Welcome back to some more Create Integrated. Now, last episode, we encountered this. The problem is it just keeps spawning new sets, which is not good. Not good. Creeper, I don't want to deal with you right now. Nope. Okay. Oof. And now, I don't know about you, but I think I need to prepare myself a little bit more for an adventure like that. And that is just what we're going to do today. Now, diving into the quest, if we go underneath the main progression line, we should be able to make ourselves a novice spellbook. So to be able to do this, we just need a book and we need a few tools. And those tools just so happens to be ferrite tools. The process of getting ferrite is going to be empower some goo, and then we are going to use this andesite, and we are going to turn this into andesite alloy. But then, after it turns into andesite alloy, it's ready for the next phase. As soon as this block has fully converted, it is going to be ready for its next full conversion, just like this. And once this finishes, that will get us our early stage ferrite ingots. Now, once these are fully done, by the way, you should get at minimum 3 per ferrite ore. So we can vein mine all of this. And I mean, that's 21 of it. That may be actually enough to get all of these tools. I just got to get all of this stuff smelted. We'll drop that in there, give that a good old blast. And that will be a lot of the tools, actually. I mean, I guess we could just look at the recipe, right? That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Really, we just need 11 in order to make this spellbook. So there's basically everything. And then we combine this with a book. And voila, a novice spellbook. Now, to be able to open this novice spellbook, I like to set a keybind to the actual open button that is on my mouse that allows me to pull up this menu here. And already we've unlocked several cool spells, and you can unlock several of these spells by just finding these glyphs in world. And we've already found a few, and we've actually gotten lucky and we got a mage light early on. That is fantastic. But the base powerful spells that you get with this book are going to be projectile and break. You get those by default. You also get touch and harm and projectile and harm. So break and harm are some of the spells that you get automatically. And believe me, the break and projectile is really powerful, especially when we're dealing with mob spawners that we don't particularly want around. So yes, we can make a break spell. We can name it break, just like this, and hit create, and that's going to add it to our spell slot here. Now, all of those spell slots, they can actually have a hotkey assigned to them to auto cast without you needing to pull up the actual scroll wheel. There is a wheel, however, if you hold down V by default, that allows you to select them as needed. And then you can just click, and then to activate, you right click, and look at there, it broke the block. Didn't put it in my inventory, but it did break it. That's all we need. Now, something I want to do over here on the quick cast slot, I'm going to set this to my mouse button as well. And then we need to configure that spell slot on spell slot 2. I actually want to use the mage light. I did get conjure mage light, so might as well use that. And we can do projectile and just simply conjure mage light. And this is going to act as a torch, which is pretty cool. We place a block in the world and it has a particle effect. And we can actually customize all of these effects, by the way. So if we go down into the spell style, we can specifically select, let's say, conjure mage light. And then inside of conjure mage light, we can change the color of it. And if you set it to black, by the way, it makes it nearly invisible. Like you can see particles from it ever so slightly, which is kind of helpful. But yeah, you can actually make completely invisible light sources like this. I don't recommend it, but it is something that you can do. I'm going to set mine to like this white color, just so I can actually see the thing and break it when needed. Maybe bring down the opacity about halfway on the lightness. That way we get this a little bit duller possibly. Let's see, there we go. A little bit duller of a light. So why exactly is this useful in the first place? Well, when we can break things, it really doesn't have a time delay. Where normally we would have to break and spend time like breaking and going through the animation, this just completely cancels that full animation. And the reason I wanted to set up the hotkeys is so I can have break just be my natural right click. And anytime I wanted to add a light while also in break, I can use that hotkey to cast this. Also, by the way, if you don't like the color of the projectile trail, well, you can actually change that too. and you can change all of the colors and everything else for that. For example, the trail color, if I want to make this also white and bring down that light color, there we go. And so now whenever I throw a light, it also is white. I mean, Ars is so cool. There's a lot of cool things that we can do with this spellbook. Particle emitters using these lights, one of the really cool parts of the mod. Oh, and also if you're a supporter of Ars Nouveau, like supporting them through Patreon, you do get access to a couple of little perks, like some puppos here. Look how cute they are. And we have Nook and Lily. Adorable. Now, something cool that you can do, besides throw particles all over the screen, is combine a die with your spellbook, and you can actually change the color of the spellbook. And I do want to go for this, like, theme that is going to be pretty cool. Like, I may even go with, I don't know, the gray itself for the book. Kind of gives it this more industrial look. Now, I do currently have 47 levels, which is pretty surprising, but most of that came from all of our quest rewards. We did get quite a bit. Oh, and we just got a Blaze Jet wand from a random reward on this. That is fantastic. Oh, we also got a Blaze Ember block. That's pretty good. And we might get something good from here. Something random. We do get Essence. I got a Manipulation Essence. I'm going to keep that handy because later on, we can actually duplicate these things once we get into Ars with Create. So actually getting a hold of at least one is all we need. We've just learned that magic, essentially. And the Blaze Ember block, that's really nice. This can be turned into fuel down the road. That's not super cheap either. The Blaze Jet wand, however, this thing is fantastic. This allows us to dash. Okay. Can this be enchanted, by the way? Oh, man. I was really hoping that it could be enchanted. We're going to have to keep an eye on it because it is repairable just by simply tossing it into lava. Yeah, you heard me right. You literally toss this tool into lava to repair it. Like, I'm not trolling you. It's actually how it works. But now I do want to get some enchants if I can on here. Even getting some basic mana regen is going to be nice. Some basic protection. I don't need anything amazing, but I would like to have, like, at the bare minimum, some protection of some sort. Mana boost, fire protection. Okay, protection. I may re-roll these. We have just enough levels. Oh, by the way, Ofek actually updated his mod. So now if you have multiple crafting tables on a stick, you can select the one that you want to be the primary whenever you open up the inventory. So let's say right now, I want to open the crafting table on a stick. So I click it. That actually defines it while holding down the keybind for it. And now whenever I hit the keybind, it quickly pops to that menu, but it also pops right into this menu. Where if I wanted to now do the smithing table on the stick always, I select it and then I can hit that hotkey and look it up. It pulls it up always whenever I hit that keybind combo. That's pretty cool. So now I don't have to like search around for it. The grindstone though is one of those things that I do like to just like have around and not actually have on a stick. But yeah, if you were playing any other pack, that would definitely make sense. All right, so let's grind up the pants and also the boots. Let's see what we get. I mean, we got to get something nice, right? Projectile protection, that's honestly not horrible, and regular protection. It's gonna have to do, I think. Okay, maybe one more try. One more try on the pants. One more try. We got the same thing, but way worse. Okay, I'm a sucker. I'm going to redo this. Oh my goodness. Wait, it's only 20 levels for protection 3? Okay, never mind. I think that's good. We just got base protection on everything. I thought I was doing level 30 enchants. I am a complete dork, but actually it turned out kind of nice. I can't complain. And you know what? I'll even throw some enchants on the sword and pick. Look at that. We got silk touch and efficiency on there. Like yeah, we're doing that. All right, so I think I'm pretty well prepared. Let's go back and see what that bunker has to offer. Like I only opened like one chest, I think. And that one chest, I mean, it had some goods in it, I tell you, and there was a lot of chests in there. Here we are again. Already I hear skeletons, but we did get most of this cleared out last episode, which is very helpful because all we have to do is just worry about normal mobs spawning, but I can light most of these areas up, so we don't have to worry too much about that. Like all of these pistons, we can just pick up. Like this. All right, but what's actually inside of all of these? There's so many that I've got to work my way through, but it's got to be worth it, right? It's got to be. Okay, architect's staff. Wait a minute. A cane crafted mysterious material refined headpiece capable, okay, of erecting phantom bridges that fill voids in the world's landscape. Okay, so it just like makes a bridge. I'm assuming when charged, because right now it does not look like it has a charge. Also, hello goblin. What do we have here? All right. Look at that. Some zinc trades, emeralds for eggs, a nether star for a dragon head, and you get a goblin tuned shovel. Huh. But I mean, these are really nice. These copper mechanisms, these are not the cheapest thing to make. They require a andesite mechanism and are the next tier in getting into the things that we're going to need. You get 4 of them. They do cost cured rubber, so we will probably need a kelp farm, but we can find them in here, along with blocks of coal. What is this? Bat soup? Oh gosh, insect sandwich and spider legs and archwood planks. Oh, that's actually kind of sick, because archwood planks, the only way you can get them is either by looting them or by combining lumazine with archwood, with regular logs. And is that a crunchy bar? Gross. I mean, it sounds like I should eat it, but should I? I mean, we are getting a lot of food. I'm really liking this. Oh, and we can also find brass nuggets in here. This one had a copper back tank with fire protection on it, and there's diamonds, emeralds, even some cardboard. Oh, and a cardboard chest piece. I'm loving this. If you can't tell, I'm actually loving it. What is this? The Cloak of Concealment. This is another Ars relic. Cloak woven some special mana infused fabric. Also, okay. Hey, stay back. I don't need you bothering me. Okay, yeah, these guys are kind of strong. They do have a lot of armor on them. I mean, does it say capable of concentrating nearby mana into a durable barrier impervious to any weapon. Absorbs all incoming damages and consumes mana. Okay. Per 75 mana per 1 point of damage when the wow. That seems kind of wild. All right, interesting. I'm gonna figure out where these zombs are coming from. Is it from here? It's definitely from here. I need to break that spawner. All right, so I swapped over my spell, hold down shift, and there it goes. Yeah, definitely got that broken. Oh my goodness, this goes so deep. There is an entire area down here, 2 spawners down here. Thankfully, I can get rid of both of those. Just like that. But there's so many chests. Oh, and nice, a blaze gold helmet. Ah, this also repairs with lava. All right, we're finding all of the relic charms right now. Emblem of Assault. Okay, it's a brooch in the shape of a sword, channeling the flow through itself. It concentrates into the wielder's weapon, automatically applying the linked spell to the attacked target, and then goes on cooldown for 21 seconds. The spell must be inscribed into the item with the scribe's table. Okay. No more than 3 components and starting with the touch form. It would actually be really nice because we could, once we get the scribe's table, we can make like a harm spell that maybe is like touch harm amplify, and it could like deal that extra damage. Or we could do like touch snare, and then like it could snare a target like every 30 seconds. Now, after looting just this room alone, this is what I came out of here with. A whole bunch of materials. I would say this is pretty good. Almost an entire set of cardboard gear. And we do have some more over here. We have like the pants. I also found some resin clumps in here and lots of slime balls. Like the slime balls, I am super happy about finding. But it's almost like they were up to no good. Like there was some sort of forces brewing early on, and I don't know. Why would you need tanks and tanks underground? Like how do they even get these tanks down here? There's like farming areas. I have no idea. Oh, look at that. There was a spawner up here and another container. Oh gosh. Sometimes these spin so fast that you might as well just like completely wreck the whole thing. Look at that, more cardboard. There's so much going on. What's this do? Oh, it turns lights on. Oh, there's even more containers. I'm not going to have enough storage space. We're going to have to come back here eventually. This is a lot, a whole lot to unravel here. What do we get in this? Even more food. Oh my goodness. There's some sort of science experiment going on in this area. There's the lights that are kicked on here. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to let this guy out. I'm just gonna leave him in here. Oh, there's multiple levels. There's so much to explore. This would make for a really cool base area. Like, I wish I would have found this a little bit earlier. What does this do? Even more lights. It looks like there's even more underneath the garage doors. Okay. I think this is enough. My inventory is completely filled. That was an exploration journey that I was not expecting to come out with so much loot. Now, I had to stop down here. There's like so many starbunkles down here for some reason. Like a whole bunch. And I will definitely take advantage of some starbunkles over here. Let's grab some of the gold that I got. Thankfully, we got a bunch of gold here. I'm just going to go wild, just dropping nuggets everywhere. There's a whole bunch of different... Okay. Take them, turn, transform. I mean, that was a lot of starbunkles all in one area. Oh, and I even got some adopted starbunkles. I love this. They all have their own little backstories here. Just starting to rain, but I did want to mention, yeah, you can also find mine if you get lucky. And if you do find my little starbuncle, please take care of it. So we just got through that adventure, and I think it's probably time now that we jump into another adventure and possibly go to the Nether. Because, man, I really want to get my hands on some brass and make it more effectively and start to actually get into some of the brass components, which is really going to unlock just about everything. And now my central mission for the day is to ultimately get a blaze spawner and actually bring the spawner home. That's another thing. Yeah, we're going to be stealing a blaze spawner today. You know what? I'm thinking like right about here would probably be just fine for building a regular nether portal. Just place it in the last two and there we go. Perfect. All right, let's go to the nether. I'm kind of worried though. I mean, I should be fine. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? What's the worst? Probably nothing, right? Okay. And we are in a fortress. We just spawned with a portal into the fortress. I can't make this up. I don't ever get this lucky. This is a wildly lucky spawn, to be fair. Okay, so even though I got super lucky with that, I still have to be pretty careful. And I do need to find an actual blaze spawner in this area. I would say around my base, it would have actually been nice if my spawn was just completely filled with lava underground. But I don't think I got that lucky. Ooh, but I did get lucky in my first chest. We did find a rage glove right off the bat. And a warp scroll. Oh, and nether wart. Nether wart in the chest. Now, why is the rage glove pretty cool? Because it gives you like bonus damage whenever stacks sort of build up, which gives you this berserker's rage, which is really, really handy. Pretty cool overall effect. Plus 1 experience points. We also get like some leveling up there. And this is a ring, I think. No, this is hands. Yeah, we're going to put that on. That is definitely going to help. Already I've got to deal with blazes, but the spawner is what I need, not to deal with you. Nope. And I'm surprised none of you guys have negative effects on you. Oh, is this a stairway up? It's a stairway up. I bet we'll have better luck up here. Okay, there's the fortress entrance. That is not exactly what I'm after. I'm really just after that blaze, like I said. But I'll go for it. Oh, ow. What the... It's got flame arrows. Woo! Get one tapped. And there we go. All right. Ooh, so some Ars stuff. I'll take all of that. That seems pretty good. Still though, no spawner in sight. I bet it's somewhere over here. Oh, and look, actually, the entire underground over here is filled with lava. So yeah, never mind. It's an absolutely god tier spawn. Ooh, is this a spawner? No, it's a broken one. I think this is where a spawner would have been, but it's definitely long gone now. All right. Ooh, another andesite backpack, magma walkers, and we got some smithing templates, but these are the ones for the Create Dragons Plus. These aren't normal smithing templates. These are the blaze upgrades, but still worth getting. That allows us to technically get into Create Enchantment Industries. Aha, this looks like a spawner. Okay, so we've got to go around this way. Also should probably eat. We got to go around this side. Aha, and right there, that's the blaze spawner. Okay, so it is going to be difficult because I do have to get rid of these guys. And to be able to pick this up, I've got to be kind of quick. kind of quick with this. Okay, so I've got to lay down a track. I think I can lay down a track on top of that. Then we put the cart assembler. Then we put a cart. Then give it a redstone signal. And that picks up the spawner. And we can now pick it up as a cart contraption. I just stole that spawner. And now life just got a whole lot easier for myself. Ooh, also getting some magma cream would be kind of nice. So I can make some potions. Now that we have that spawner, I can get some fire resistant. And the effects on like all of the mobs are so cool. They're so sick. Like, the fireballs actually look like fireballs. See, now it's guys like this I'm a little bit worried about. This is a legendary wither, has reflective, hasty, paralyzing, and shielding. Yeah, I don't think I want to fight that guy. Man, there's been some pretty good loot so far. Let's see. Well, we also have a crystal heart, more magma walkers, warp impact. I think we got a double roll on this. This does a projectile blink, explosion, and an AoE. Warp, that sounds awful. A seismic atomic. This is a self explode, amplify with a bunch of AoE on it. That's also horrifying. Like that's just asking to blow yourself up. That's, you know what? That's exactly what that is. These are troll spells for sure. But I did find another codex entry and I got apply as the spell. Oh boy, that blaze also. Okay, this just has a special effect on it. Oh, interesting. I'm unsure what that effect was though. Ow. Okay, that one lit me on fire. Okay, it's shooting out projectiles. Like, what? Oh, that guy has... Okay, molten. And I don't know what that effect does either. But this is horrifying. And I am kind of in a bad position here. Very bad position. Oh man, I am just taking a lot of fire damage. Oh, but I did manage to get a feeding upgrade, which is kind of nice. Like, you can only find feeding upgrades from looting, so that's really lucky. And this is one of the places you can find it. You know what? I might as well equip this too. This is the Will to Live. It is a charm, so we'll add it to our charm slot, and it gives us extra hearts. Okay, I do want to get in here. If we plop this, should allow me to get in. Okay, we are now in. And I can open this up. We have a hand crank over here. Oh. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, Piggo, don't you hit me from this far away. Don't you do it. Ow. Oof. All right, I do feel very weak right now. That'll open up the main gate, making it easier for next time. Work our way through here. I do hear wither skeletons. Thank goodness they don't have any like crazy effects on them. Oh, okay, that opens the front door. So now the door's open. There's a giant wither in front of me. And we have more of these loot chests, which I definitely want to take advantage of. They can offer some really nice stuff, like more nether wart. Also, the feeding upgrade automatically enabled. I ate something I probably shouldn't have eaten. Oh no, a perfect soul sand. Some source berries, a bastion ring. And this makes piglins neutral to the wearer. That could be nice. Just makes them, it's a ring. I'm gonna add that. And then a blazing flask. Okay, giving the creator a flight zone. For 0.1 seconds, the height, okay. So it allows you to fly in like a small area. And then we have pranks. Projectile, I think that's like something wind. It also dashes you up. And then amplifies that dash, extends the duration, subtracts the duration, fires a firework. And then spawns phantoms. What? That's a crazy magic spell. Like, it doesn't send me up, it sends whatever it hits with the projectile up. That's another wild spell to just get. A space dissector. This one is interesting. So if we look at this direction, hold down and click here, it creates a portal that sends you to that destination and back. That's like a temporary portal. That's so wicked. Also, golden eggs. Okay. Now upstairs is where I could possibly get in trouble. Okay. Yep. That was a special guy. I am just not ready, I think, for combat with the more advanced champions. Yeah, they're definitely not going to, I'm not going to be able to resist most things yet. I think the topmost of the castle, that is where most of the goodies are, but down here is not too bad. There's going to be quite a bit of normal chest loot down here. But we may find the glowstone and stuff. Oh, but I don't like that this entire underground is completely encapsulated in lava. Oh boy. Yeah, but like I said, easy glowstone here. There's also another champion inside of the cage who has some sort of aura effect. Thank goodness that guy's actually caged. I'm not letting you out, bud. Also found the reflecting necklace. Accumulates damage taken with a capacity of 25 units. 5 seconds after the last damage received, the buffer overflows and the relic explodes, scattering obsidian shards in all directions. Okay, and that deals some extra damage. Huh. That sounds like a great relic, like if you're in midst of combat, but like being around your base, all of a sudden you take damage from a zombie and you get around your mobs, and then all of a sudden your mobs just take a splash of damage from obsidian blasting around you. No. And I got another 2, Vampiric Glove, and then also the Fire Gauntlet. And I'm pretty sure this one allows you to receive some health whenever you take on a mob. And then the Fire Gauntlet, of course, is going to set the mob on fire. Yeah, heals the player for 14% of the damage dealt. Honestly, that's a crazy lifesteal. That should probably be equipped over the Feral Claws. Now, I'm sure there's more chests, but I'm just going to go ahead and take the things that I've gotten so far and make my way back home. Now, with Mob Spawner in hand, I'm going to see my way out of here. And bye. One of the first things I do want to do is name this contraption Blaze Spawner. Perfect. So now we have a blaze spawner, and we can do things with it, like put it in a room and use it ourselves. That was really vague. But we can also like turn it on anytime we want, and then we can also use the spawner itself to collect and fill anytime we want to fill, well, a blaze burner, for example. So as far as that room goes, I've designed a little bit of a 9x9 room here, which will allow me to place down a track just here. And then we can place a lever right here. I think that's going to be just fine. And then we are going to need to leave the cart assembler here. This is going to allow us to toggle it on and off. And so it's on, and then with power, it is off. So we just want to make sure that they can't destroy the cart. I don't think they can, but it is something to sort of note. And now we have a toggleable blaze spawner. And so something like some blaze spawners here, let's make like 16 of them, for example. Like these, we can just fill anytime that we need more of them. Really, really convenient having this here. It's not automated or anything, even though I do have a farm that can technically automate these. Instead, we just turn it on and right click and we fill up the blaze spawners. That's really nice. So technically we've jumped ahead. We didn't actually make these copper machines just yet, but they're not 100% required right yet. We do get some random rewards. We got brass machines. That is fantastic. That is a great reward to get. And I got 8 of them out of that roll. I think that's the max roll. But now that I gained access to these blaze burners, oh boy, the brass age, here we come already. And just look at how much the brass age can unlock. There are so many things here we gain access to now, including building gadgets and power for them, which I'm very excited to get. But I tell you what, today was a pretty wild adventure. I mean, we got all kinds of good stuff set up, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And of course, if you did, well, be sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and give this video a huge thumbs up. And now, without further ado, it's time for me to thank the amazing supporter of today's episode. And that amazing thanks, well, that is going out tonight. Thank you so much for your amazing support and choosing to support me over on the Discord by becoming a Discord premium member and supporting my content in one of the best ways possible. You absolute boss. Thank you so very much, and I look forward to seeing all of you guys in the next episode. And as always, thanks for watching.